Hi, Mike. It's great to see you again. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay, Miss Beckley. Thanks for asking.
Awesome, good. I know the last time that we spoke, you had mentioned you were having some anxieties about school. How's that going for you?
I mean, I wake up every day feeling anxiety about going to school.
Wow, that's kind of intense every day. Let's kind of dive into that a little bit more. What is it that makes you anxious about school?
Well, tests and quizzes really.
Mm-hmm.
I struggle with my science class.
In particular?
Yeah.
Okay, so the tests and quizzes are hard. Are you getting pressure from the teacher, not understanding the material?
Um, no, it's just whenever I'm presenting or people in my class are presenting, there's these group of kids that always make noises and comments during the presentations, and it makes me mad. The teacher gives them warnings, but really never does anything.
That's really unfortunate. I know when I was in school, that really bugged me when people didn't respect me when I put in the work in a project and went to present it and they weren't listening. That's unfortunate. Do you know any kids in that group at all? Are you friends? Are they good students
Talking named Callan.
in that group?
Yeah.
Okay, Callan. Not are you friends? Enemies? Family?
Frenemies, really.
Frenemies. Interesting. Can you explain that to me a little bit more?
Well, one day, me and Callan were really good friends, and we were always on the same team for basketball. One day we decided to split teams, and my team beat Callan's team, and he got really upset. He kicked the ball, and he got in huge trouble for it, but decided to put the blame on me. Ever since then, just haven't talked.
Wow. Put the blame on you. That sounds like kind of not the best friend to have, really. That's unfortunate. So have you talked since then? Tried to talk about the situation at all since that day on the basketball court?
No, not really.
Yeah. Do you have any desire to be friends with him again?
I mean, not really. I don't want to be friends with someone who acts like that.
Totally. That's a really good judge of character. Callan seems to be acting, not like the best of friends. So, but do you think maybe that hostility that happened because of that situation might affect the way he's acting towards you, especially when you're presenting in science class?
Yeah. He's usually really nice. And I just miss being friends with him.
Oh yeah, I totally. I think we might be able to have some solutions. I don't know if you're up for this, but I think maybe if you were able to figure out how you'd want to approach Callan in the future to maybe reconcile, or maybe even see Callan's point of view, it might be beneficial to your relationship and give you less anxiety about science class. And even walking around, I'm sure it's more than just science. Do you see him at lunchtime, on the playground?
Yeah, kind of, but it's just mainly science.
Okay, cool. Well, we want to, make sure your school day is as fluid as possible and that you don't feel that inside because you don't act like yourself when you're anxious, So, I have a little experiment I want to do today. Would you be willing to experiment with me?
Sure, why not?
Okay, it's a little psychology experiment, a little bit different than a science experiment would be, but we're gonna have two chairs. In this chair, we're gonna call Mike. And I'm actually going to put a sign for Mike on this chair, which is the chair you were gonna be sitting in. We can put it right here just so we can see it. All right. When you're in that chair, you're going to speak from Mike's point of view. Yours, of course. Like you're talking to Callan. I think that would be more beneficial. If you like, it doesn't have to be that conversation, but I think that'd be beneficial of what you want to say to Callan. Then, after that, you're going to switch to this chair. And in this chair, you are going to act as if you were Callan. I know that sounds kind of weird and quirky, but I don't want you to feel like you have two personalities, but from this point of view, maybe you can see where Callan was coming from on that day on the playground, or why he's behaving the way he is in that class. he could be missing you, wanting to be friends with you again, and waiting for you to approach him, but that's totally up to you. I just want you to think about that and how you would do it. Okay, does that sound good?
Mm-hmm.
All right. We can start you as Mike.
Ever since that day at recess when you were playing basketball, you got mad that my team kicked you in the butt. It's true. You've been pretty mad and really haven't been talking to me and making me feel bad in science and making me feel bad about the day. I would like to hear your side of the story and see how it went and try to make things up between of us, because I really miss you as a friend and I miss playing basketball with you.
Wow, that was really thoughtful, Mike. I think that if Callan were to hear those words, that it might mean something to him. It's a good first step. Very big of you. All right, so now you're going to go into this hot seat. You are no longer Mike. You're going to be Callan. This could get, this can be a little bit more challenging considering you have to pretend that you're somebody else, but let's try to see it from Callan's point of view. How did he feel when that happened on the basketball court? How does he feel when you go up in front of the class? Maybe, he misses you too, and it's a way to get your attention. I don't know. So I'm going to let you take the floor. You can get creative with it.
Hey Mike, yeah, that day at basketball was rough for me. It kind of embarrassed me. I didn't like it because it kind of ruined my reputation. People called me names for losing, and I miss being friends with you too, but ever since then, I'm sorry, man. Okay, good. I hope that he would apologize like that, and I think he would after you apologize too. Did you apologize to him? Well, is there anything for you to have to apologize for? Not necessarily, right? As Mike, I'm sorry. You can go back to being Mike. I like
Yeah, I thought that was really good. I think I thought that was really you went to a thoughtful place, considering Callan's feelings and how he was embarrassed. When you think about that, do you see why he was embarrassed, or is it kind of like that's the game of life in basketball?
Yeah, I can see how he's embarrassed.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, kids they just care how good you are, how cool you are, and like your reputation.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I can see how.
Okay, good. So after this session, what do you think? Do you have any solutions? Do you believe that you might wake up with less anxiety knowing that Callan is your friend again?
Yeah, I'd totally wake up with less anxiety. I would feel prepared and confident for the day.
Awesome. Okay. Would you say that tomorrow when you go to school you might approach Callan, or is that something you kind of want to let settle? What do you think?
I would approach him, but probably if he was in private, not with his friend.
Oh, that's a really good point. Very smart. Yeah, we don't want to get anyone else involved. Well, Mike, I think that was a pretty successful little session. I hope you got some clarity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, was there anything else you wanted to talk about?
Nope.
Okay, well, thank you for your time. I appreciate it.